Hey loves, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new to my channel, go ahead, click the subscribe button. Everyone press the notifications buttons, that bell in the top right hand corner. And I want to get right into today's video, y'all, because I got a lot to say. So today I want to give you guys 7 red flags that indicate that you are in a toxic relationship. Toxic relationships are so overwhelming in our lives, and a lot of times we don't even realize we're in a toxic relationship. That's how bad it can get. You don't even realize what it's doing to you. They're just not good for us. And so I want to make sure that we can identify these relationships so that you can do something about them. Number 1, if every time you're around this person, you end up in sin, this is a huge red flag that you're in a toxic relationship. No matter when you're around them, you always end up doing something you know you should not be doing. It's wrong. It's illegal. It's just all around bad, but you can't help it. No matter when you're around them, you just end up doing this thing. Red flag. Number 2. If every time you get off the phone with this person or you finish spending time with this person, you feel completely and utterly drained, emotionally drained, mentally drained, you get back into your own presence and you're just like, oh, Jesus, Lord. If you are doing that every time you get off the phone with this person or you leave this person's house or presence, that is a red flag that you're in a toxic relationship. Number 3. If this person has a hostile temperament, meaning they just want to pop off all the time at you, at other people, they just want to pop off. A, this can be unsafe for you if you are on the receiving end of this hostile temperament. And B, it's just not good to be around that type of energy. Because I'm going to talk a lot more about energy in some of these other red flags. So I need for you guys to know and remember that energy is never lost or destroyed. It is just transferred from one party to the next, okay? So you have to keep that in mind when you're around certain types of behaviors or energies like a hostile temperament. It's not healthy for them, but it's also not healthy for you. And you can only control yourself and your environment. Number 4. Lack of communication. So obviously we need communication in order to build and sustain a relationship. And so if you're not receiving communication in a relationship, then it's not healthy. You can be doing everything in your power to communicate with a person and to be open with a person, but if they're not reciprocating, they're not doing the same thing in return, then this is an unhealthy scenario. Number 5. If every time you're around this person, they're always diminishing your self-esteem, they're just constantly putting you down, this is not healthy. This is not someone we want to spend time with. This is a huge red flag of a toxic relationship. Number 6, if they're putting out nothing but constant negativity, red flag. And I'm not talking about just negativity towards you or about you, but negativity about other people, their brother, their mama, their pastor, the world, politics. If they don't have anything positive to say, then remember that negative energy is just being transferred onto you. And so when you spend time with this person, you leave them with negative energy. And then you got to get rid of that negative energy, which means you in turn have to pass it on to someone else. And so it's just this exchange, this constant circle of exchange of negative energy that happens when you put yourself in a relationship with someone who is constantly negative. Red flag. And lastly, you guys, you might be in a relationship with someone who doesn't fit any of these parameters. They don't lead you into sin. They don't leave you feeling drained. They communicate just fine. They don't put you down or diminish your self-esteem. And they're not negative, but they don't do anything good either. It's an empty relationship. This is one that I think a lot of us don't really consider as toxic relationships because there's hardly anything there, but it's empty. It's a waste of time. It's not inspiring you to be better, to do better. And so when you spend time together, it's kind of like nothing. There's no added value to your life. At the end of the day, if it's not benefiting you, if it's not helping you to grow or become a better person, it's a waste of time. And you don't have time to waste. So that's it, you guys. If you have any other red flags for toxic relationships, make sure you put them in the comments below, because I want to make sure that we can identify these so that we can begin to make steps towards changing things or getting out of these relationships. Also, let me know if you guys would like to see a video about how we can make those changes or get out of those relationships, because frankly, a lot of those relationships are family or come from a long history or a long relationship, a long extended friendship that you've had for years, or, you know, there are certain scenarios that might be tough to really address getting out of or making changes in the relationship. So let me know if you guys want to see a video on that. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really hope this has been helpful. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next time.